Hello everyone, welcome back to the series of tutorial on SQL. In this particular tutorial, we will be talking about in, between, like and not operators of SQL. As we all know that operators are the keywords that are used in SQL using the select and the where clause. The three categories of operators are logical, comparison and arithmetic. Logical operators have been discussed in the previous video. In this video, I will be talking about the following comparison operators. So the purpose and the purpose of various operators have been listed in this table. The in operator is used to check whether a specific condition's values are met or not. The between operator is used to have a check of a specified range of values. It can be either number, text or a date. The like operator is used to check using the where clause a specified pattern for a particular column. And the not operator exactly reverses the meaning of each of the individual results output. So let us study in detail the working of each of these operators with its required output. Consider the table, that is student, containing the 5 columns as we have discussed for the same in the logical operators. Name, age, address, marks. Talking about the in operator, the syntax of the in is as follows. Select the column name from the table name where the column to be checked in is having the following values separated with commas. We can have n number of comparisons for a values using in operator. Considering the student table, if I want to find out the address of those students, the list of all those students who are having their address Vadodara or Surat, my query would be select S number, S name, that is the 2 columns I want to get it as an output, from the student table where address in Vadodara or Surat. So the 2 columns values which I was supposed to check was Vadodara and Surat. Those are separated by commas, and since they are having the varchar data type, I need to enclose them in inverted commas. Between operator. In order to check the series of values for a definite range, I have the between operator. The between operator can compare the values of a specific range for your numbers, text and dates. So the syntax is as follows. Select column name from table name where column name which I want to check the condition between the values are given as follows. So if I have to print out marks of all the students who are between the range 12 and 20 for the student table I have mentioned before, the query would be select S number, S name from student where marks between 12 and 20. Since they are having the number data type for the marks, you are not supposed to enclose them in a single quotes. Again, if I have to check a comparison of names, who are all the names of students whose name are lying between A and P, I would write a query for the table as select S name from student where the column to be checked for values is S name between the values to be checked for a specified range is A and P, right? So the output for this particular thing I am going to get is the name of students, all those who are starting and coming between the range A and P. The next operator which we have is a like operator. Like is used to compare the values for a specified range, but the condition is using the wildcard operators. These 2 wildcard operators are nothing but the percent and the underscore. The percent sign is used to represent the comparison either of 0, 1 or multiple characters, whereas the underscore is used to check if you have to make a single number or single character comparison. You can just consider in specific comparison of a single character is made using underscore, and if you have to make a multiple comparison or no other comparison, that can be made using percentage. These symbols, that is percentage and underscore, can also be used in a combination that depends upon the user's required output. Considering the same table of student for the query understanding of like operator, if I have to find out names of all the students who are starting with R, my query would be select star, that is select, I want to list out all the details of those students, so select star from student, where S name, right, because I have to make the name of, I have to check the student names starting with the letter R. So where S name, like R percentage. The name should start with R and I am least concerned with all the other characters of the name. So I have to write it as a, since the multiple other comparisons have to be made, so I am writing it as a percentage. So the output would be containing the list and details of all the students whose name are starting with R. That is Raj and Rohan. Considering the second example, if I have to list out the names of students who are going to end up with R, the last letter comparison is only to be made and I am least concerned with the starting letters of the name. So the output would be only Mita, whose name is ending with A. Considering the next query statement as listing out the names of and the details of the students whose address is containing, suppose, the pattern AR. So in order to check a particular pattern, I have to enclose my like between a particular wildcard operator, that is percentage and percentage. Since I am least concerned with the starting letters and the ending letters, the only concern of mine is the pattern, that is AR. There is a mistake in this. I think it should be an RU for the name, that is Dhruv. Sorry. Okay, now if I have to consider the address of those students who are having a particular address Surat, that is, my pattern to be checked is underscore and the pattern should be UR80 for the address. So single letter I am least concerned, but the string should have UR80 as in an address. So the address I am going to list out here is Surat, right? Now since I told you that we can use this wildcard, that is underscore and percentage, in a combination, the same example has been listed for the same query, that is listing out the names of students who are starting with any character, right? So it can be any single letter character followed by I. I mean to say that the next letter of the name should be I, and the last two characters of the name should, and the last character of the name should be A, right? So in between how many number of characters are there, I am least concerned, so I am using the percentage symbol, and the output I am going to get for is Mita, whose name first letter can be anything, but compulsory it should be followed by I. I am least concerned with the other letters and the name is ending with the last character, that is A. Talking about the NOT operator, as I have told you before, that it exactly reverses the case that is done with your like operator. So not like is an operator if we have to check the names of those students who are not starting with R, I would be using it as a not like. So not like R percentage, that means names of all the students who are not starting with R will be listed in that output. Right, so for like R percentage, we were getting the output as Raj and Rohan, and exactly complementary of it for not like, we are getting it as Mita, Snehal and Dhruv. The not in operator is going to reverse the functionality of the in operator. So previously we have listed down the details of all the students who are living either in Vadodara or in Surat. If I am going to write it as not in, I will be getting the details, that is S number and S name of all those students who are not living in Vadodara and Surat. The address can be anything but not Vadodara and Surat. That's all in this video. Thank you.